right, gamers. All right, all right. Time to review every widget style and window decoration f from XANDROS 3. Now, in case you're not aware of what XANDROS 3 is, it it's like a Linux distro from like the 2000s era. Made for like the average user. It's like a Windows alternative. I, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And and it has the nice KD3 desktop environment. Now KD is one of the best desktop environments there is, and this is like an older version of it. And there's just something so charming about old technology. And I'm a sucker for visual themes and vision giving for like when something gives you different options for visual themes. Let's just so let's so oh crap, I think I got this stuck. I think I glitched this. Hold on, let me reopen it. I think I where is it? All right, so it's the settings, right? No, it's okay, it's the control center. All right, and style, the widget styles. All right, so let's start with reviewing the widget styles. So let's just go from the top. So uh let's start with .NET style. So it's fast, clean, and minimalistic. All right, all right. Uh, so yeah, it's this one's okay. This one's okay. It gets the job done. I'll say I don't really like the buttons look kind of tacky with like the little blue border around it that's just there for some reason. That kind of looks tacky, but everything else looks fine. The progress bar is whatever. A lot, but the theme is okay. It gets for what it is, it's okay. Like a just like a nice clean looking theme. But mm, co compared to like the others, it doesn't really. This one just doesn't really have much personality. It kind of looks very generic. So, but it looks fine. So it's like it doesn't look bad. It looks fine. It's like a C tier. Right, next is B3 slash KDE. So it's a modification of B2. This one doesn't have B2, so okay. So the checkbox has like an X. That's different. I really like the way the progress bar looks here. It's like a nice gradient. This one's going for more kind of that like chiseled classic style, similar to uh, like Windows 95 or 98. And I like, but it's but it kind of has its own spin on it. I mean, there's quite a lot of these widget styles that have that like chiseled Windows style though. This one has a nice bit of flair. So at least has a decent amount of flair. These tabs have the like slight cut corner. They look like I like the tabs. They look like a tab. They look kind of like actual tabs with like the slight cut in the corner there. Where you put in checkbox look decent enough. I'm a little conflicted on the buttons. They look something about the buttons look a bit off. The border, like the borders around the buttons just look kind of off. I like the way this slider looks, and I like the way the progress bar looks. This is hmm, overall, this is like a B, like a solid B tier. Nothing crazy. But what about CD? I I know that's like common desktop environment, which I think was like one of the desktop environments from the like the olden day, from like the dinosaur age of desktop environments. This is like one of them. I don't know. CD. CD. Doesn't. This one does not succeed too much. I feel it does have some things I like. I like the way the scroll bar and the slider look at least. Uh, I like how the progress bar is just entirely black. I like black. You see, the problem with this is that like this the reason why I really like the Windows chisel like the chiseled kind of Windows style because like it may be simple but like the 3D effects like really make this pop. The 3D effects on this one are good and well made and that really makes this one pop. Then this one is attempting like 3D effects, but like you can barely like you can barely see the borders on like this side, so it just kind of ends up looking strange. Like it just looks like some lines are missing. Like I get that this was like a yeah like the other one like yeah I can tell it's old, but it's yeah like this one, I know I can tell it's like old, I think it's aged pretty well. This is this definitely feels like a relic from the past. Like this has the problem of feeling like a relic of the past. Like where the 3D effect is not too well done, so it just kind of looks a little weird. Like these also these radio buttons look kind of strange as well with the weird 3D. This has elements I like, but it's kind of it's kind of brought out by the bad 3D. So I'm gonna say like a D plus. It's harsh, but yeah. Now high color classic. So I think this is this is like another okay. I see this. Okay, I like I like this one. It's again it's similar. I think this is kind of like another variation of like the KDE Classic, which I think this was, and this are also KDE Classic style. This is like another variation of it. I think this looks, I really love the way the scroll bars look. They look, they pop. They stand out a lot. This one stands out a lot. It looks very cool and and I like the scroll one. The strongest are so good. Yeah, the difference is like definitely the buttons have these like little gradients to make them like jump out at the buttons like jump out at you a bit more if they're gradients. And I think it looks I think it looks pretty good with the classic style. With like the classic chiseled style. The colors the colors add a nice the colors are nice and overall I quite like this one. This is gonna be like a I think like a like just like a solid A just like a solid A minus. You know, still nothing too crazy, but looks very nice, like an A minus. Okay, but KD Classic. This is just straight up KD Classic. Th this okay, so this is like it's similar to like the high color one, but this time the buttons look different. But like the buttons don't look as good. They kind of look like with I don't think this solid blue color that they have doesn't really work that well, and the buttons just kind of end up looking strange, somewhat strange. The rest of it's that that kind of that it still looks decent, but that kind of this doesn't succeed as much. So so that's gonna be like they still don't look I mean they don't look bad or anything. Still looks good, but it's definitely a step down from the high color classic. So it's a B tier. It's still solid. It's a B tier. Now for Ceramic, and I look at that and all that. Yeah, this really. Yeah, this. Yeah, I really love this one, Ceramic. I really love this widget style. It leans more into that like Frutiger arrow, or whatever. Really leans into that. It leans more to that Frutiger arrow kind of style, if that's how you pronounce it. Like the but, like of like the but, like all of the buttons. A lot a lot of the widgets have that like kind of shiny gradient feel, like almost like a almost like shiny chrome, almost like shiny chrome plated, almost like shiny chrome plating or something of kind of. I love the way I love the striped progress bar. The slider looks really good. The scroll bar looks amazing. The radio, hmm. Also, I'll say maybe the chiseled style class clashes just a little bit with the shiny buttons, but this is still a great style. This is like A plus. Maybe not quite S. Maybe if the chiseled, maybe if they made this look 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 a bit like I'm not sure how they would have done it, but maybe make this flash a bit less with the widgets themselves. I mean, still, this looks amazing. This is like A plus. Nothing this got. Not quite S. I love Karen. Now, light style second revision. Hmm. It's what now this has yeah, this is okay, this one's going for more this is one that's going for the kind of clean, more clean feel to it. But I think it works like light style. Suc- But I think this succeeds a lot more than the for me than the .NET style. Like it look like yeah, look just like it says in the description. It does in fact look it does look pretty elegant. I mean, it's not perfect. This scroll bar, this progress bar could be a bit less, could be a bit better, maybe. The 3D on the scroll bar looks a bit iffy, but overall, this is pretty good. Like, honestly, like I really appreciate this one for what it is, for what it does. So I'm gonna, so this, it's just got this nice, it's simple, but it looks very nice and elegant. It, there's a lot more personality here compared to that like .NET style. A bit more personality. Yeah, I guess because it still kind of has that like it's still kind of has that like 3D effect, that like chiseled effect of like old old Windows. But I don't know. This one just looks rough. I don't know. It says all. What about the third revision? Hmm. Hmm. And I think I think this and the light style. I think the light style is gonna be like okay, maybe it does look a bit iffy and could I'd say it's like a solid B tier for the second revision. It could be looks a bit iffy in some areas, but pretty good. About the third revision, this one does have a they fixed and you know they're going for a this. I like how the like current selector tab has this like little bit of color. It's something different than what we're used to. And this one kind of has that more like kind of looks a bit more like old Windows chiseled, where it's like where it's like where it looks like it's like pops up like where it looks like it's like popped up to kind of like the top left direction. Well, this one's just like three. This almost is like just going straight up. You know what I mean, right? Like the 3D is slightly different. The scroll bar looks very elegant. I really like this. They really fixed up the scroll bar. It looks really elegant. I really love this scroll bar. It looks very nice. And something about the buttons looked a bit off. Any other? I feel like the buttons look a bit nicer. Like, yeah, Everything's just a bit cleaner in this one, which I enjoy. It looks less iffy. I'd say this is like a solid B plus for this light style. I think it does what it sets out to do really well. Much. But what about I've talked about the chiseled windows look, but apparently this is like the actual Windows 9X style. Hmm. I mean, it definitely. I don't know. I don't know about this one, this variant upon the Windows style though. I like this. I kind of like the scroll. I like the scroll bar, but I feel like the 3D isn't bad. The 3D effect isn't bad here, but I feel like the bottom right corners are too. The lines in the bottom right corners are like too thick and dark, and that kind of makes it look a little tacky. It look just a little tacky. Like I don't know. I think this one looks just a little off. Like I love the way the like actual Windows 9X looks, but like this the version of it here, I don't know. Something about this kind of looks off. I don't know. I feel like okay, maybe it doesn't look bad at all though. It's still like a B, still like a B tier. Now I'm looking at it more. I'm getting more used. I'm getting more. It's growing on me a bit, actually. It's like a solid B tier. But after seeing a lot of different widget styles that kind of go for what this does, but better. I don't know. Next is Marble, and oh, this one. And I like this one. The like marble texture for the background. I kind of looks like the marble texture looks nice. It gives it a unique. Gives it what makes it look pretty unique. The widgets look nice as well, but there's something about this that's a little off. Like I think it's the way that with the back something about like the widgets in the with the background. Something about like I feel like the background is like continuous and the widgets just kind of like draw lines in the background. That is kind of it is kind of noticeable that the background is just like a thing. It's just like a image. Oh, something like do you know what I'm talking about? It's just like the way the background like some of the lines in the background just like pass through the borders. Something about that does make it it's a little noticeable. But I mean, I don't know. Not sure what they would have done. Uh, Still looks very nice. The background is very good. The background is nice. The widgets look really nice and elegant. I'd say this is pretty good still. It stands out a lot. Could have been executed a little better though. So like a B plus. What about motif? Oh yeah, this. Okay, so this one, we're back to that classic style. I like how the radio buttons are like diamonds, but I don't know. This one kind of has this one has the same problem. This one kind of has the same issue that like CDE has, CDE one has, where it's just like the 3D is not very good, not that one, but like the top left corner, or the lines in the top left corner aren't noticeable enough, so it just kind of makes it look a little strange. So still, it doesn't look, it doesn't, it looks better than the, it still looks better than CD because I guess like these lines at least look nice. It could have been worse. So like, and there's elements I like. It's kind of charming in its own way. I'll give it like a C plus. What about Motif Plus? Will Motif Plus fix the problems? Actually, yes. Actually, kind of. Actually, kind of does. Actually, kind of does. Yes. Motif Plus. It fixes the 3D, and yeah, once again, it has that classic style. Maybe the progress bar could be a bit better. Yeah, I like the scroll bar and the slider. The radio buttons being diamonds is nice. I'd say that I'd just say that's like a solid, like a B. Like it's nice, but in just like a C of, but in just like a big, but when you have a C of just like many different widget styles that are all going for like the Windows Classic feel, this one doesn't do all. This one just, I feel like this one just kind of gets lost in the crowd. It's like a solid B. Now for let's try plastic. I think this is like the default theme for this, right? And this, I think this is just like the baseline, and I think that makes sense that for the default theme. It's just like a baseline good theme, good widget theme. The buttons and the scroll bars, the buttons, the combo, like the widgets they all look nice. They're, it manages to look clean while still having like a, manages, I think it manages to look pretty, all manages to look pretty clean while still having like a bit of flair, a bit of nice flair. I really like this striped progress bar. I like how the slider looks like a guitar pick. I'd say it's like a, this is pretty good. It's like a solid B plus. What did I give light style? Like, all right, let's go next one. Platinum. Okay, okay, so, all right, platinum. Another chiseled classic theme. Yeah, this, how I said the Windows 90, this 9X theme, some of the lines were too thick. Yeah, forget that. This, this really, with this, it's really noticeable how thick some of these lines are, and that is a little distracting. Still, I like the guitar pick slider. The buttons look alright. I do really love the way the radio buttons and checkboxes look in this. And the scroll bar looks really good. But I don't know though. It looks kind of off. Still alright though. Still not bad though. B minus. Now Risk OS. This is an OS I remember playing around with a ton. You know, I think this is just like a more sec- this kind of does what the marble theme does, but much but better. It still has that like kind of gravelly back like marble is. This is more like kind of like sand or gravel kind of background. It looks very nice though. I think the problem with like the widgets kind of fading and the widget borders kind of clashing with the background. It's not nearly as noticeable here. I really like the widgets still look really nice. I like these checkbox. I like the way the radio buttons and checkbox look. They're pretty big boys, but they look nice and elegant. They look, they're pretty cute little. They're pretty cute little, little big boys. Maybe the progress. I think the progress bar is entirely great, but I think it works well enough for the style. I'll say the tabs look a little rigid, but they look alright. I really love the way scroll bar looks. Honestly, I'd say this is just like a solid A tier. I think this is A tier. Now, what about SGI? Okay, once again, it has that. Uh, this one has like a paler color, which I think helps it stand out a bit, but I think it kind of, I don't know, something it kind of clashes with the Program Star. I don't know, the radio buttons look pretty bad. I do like the check box. I like that red check mark. Like, looks like one your like teacher would draw on your paper. But yeah, like the random bold text kind of makes it look a bit. I don't know how to feel about this one. And this one actually looks kind of bad. Like like a D. Like honestly, it's like a D tier. It actually kind of looks bad. Okay, but System Plus Plus. System. System. What a great, very creative name for a style. But this one's really good. It kind of has that like textured background. It's similar to like Risk OS, but I think it does like the Risk OS kind of textured style. I think it does it even better though. Like still the tabs look. I don't mind the tabs too much though. You know, even if they look a little strange. But you know, everything else is great. I love the progress. I love the progress bar. The buttons look amazing. The radio, they it looks very elegant. Like they look very shiny and elegant. Everything that's very shiny and elegant here. The texture, it works very well. It all looks very well. That's gonna be like an A plus. What about System Series? System Series, the last one. You know, yeah, this system style 001. I don't know what happened to the other styles. Okay, but you know, this one kind of takes the other one and adds some nice like blue color to some things. Like, I really love this like blue gradient progress bar. The, and the unselected tabs have like a blue color. I will say that the tabs do look kind of. I'll say that the, the tabs strangely kind of looks kind of clash though. I do love the way the tabs look, but they do kind of clash with like they do clash a little bit, but they still look great. The combo, but still same opinion as same general opinion as the other one, except this one just like has a bit more color. So A plus. And hold on, I need to get water. So that's this all the styles, all the widget styles reviewed. So the worst ones, the net style was just kind of generic, but you know, this C this the CD SGI kind of look bad, but you know, were my favorites were like Car my favorites were Karamec and these system ones. These ones stand out in a great way, but you know, overall, it's a decent enough selection of widget styles. I feel like a lot of the like, I feel like there's too many of like the classic chiseled style ones, though, and they tend to blend together a bit. But you know, I'd say the most successful out of like or I guess, or to pick the most successful one out of them, I guess it would be the High Color Classic is like the most successful, maybe. Uh, the light, the light style third revision was pretty good as well. So yeah, that's System. System. So what theme? So next part is I'm about to move on to reviewing the window decorations next. Like first, there's two things. Yeah, let's do ceramic. I really like ceramic. All right, all right, now time to review all the window decorations, like the window. Okay, so let's start with B2. B2, I guess. That's okay. I don't, they're just like the way the window title bars and stuff look. So they're just like they're there to like accentuate the widget style, maybe. I don't know how I feel about this one. I'd say it's, I'll just, I'll just go with the classic plastic style, the default one. I'll go with the default one and judge the window decorations off of that. All right, so the B2. This one's okay. It's definitely a unique. It's an interesting choice to have the title bar not cover the entire window. It actually makes this one stand out a bit, Kind of makes it look like, kind of makes the titles look more like tabs or like a folder, which is kind of interesting. So like a solid B tier, nothing too crazy though. Now, all right, CDE, back or good for the common desktop environment. And I feel like, yeah, this one definitely has, I feel like this one's definitely a lot better than the equivalent widget theme. I like how it kind of wraps the whole window. That's pretty interesting. It's got this kind of like blockiness to it. It's got kind of this blockiness to it, which is nice. I don't know if it wouldn't be my go-to, but that's just another like solid B tier. What about glow though? Ooh, okay. Okay. Ooh, okay. I kind of like this. I think this is. Oh, I should be hovering over the buttons as well. I should be hovering over the buttons as well. I should have done it. Okay. Okay, these ones don't really. Okay, these ones don't have like little image. Okay, this one actually. Okay, the other two ones don't. Okay, this one, I gotta say, I really do. I love these like little like animations that the buttons have when you hover your mouse over them. These are really what make this one stand out. The rest of the tile bars, decent. I think these like buttons though really carry it. Like a B plus. I'll say a B plus. What about ice window manager? Sure. I'm seeing like I'm seeing like some of these. Okay, some of these have like different options as well for like Okay, some of these have like different options for like the as well. Okay, very large. Okay, that's neat. You can like customize them. You know, that's nice. The square, you have them to be squares. Default. See how the defaults compared to the glass. How the defaults be square. I actually think I might like the default ones the best. Title bar gradient. The title bar gradient actually doesn't seem to affect it too much. It's just like it's very subtle, like the non-select, like the inactive window. It just seems to apply to the inactive window, and it's very subtle. Okay, let's just move on to ice WM. Is that like the name of a window? Oh, the text is cut off of it. All right, this one looks interesting. This one looks okay. Okay. Okay, this one looks pretty neat. A little cheesy. But okay. Infidel 2. I don't know what happened to the first one, but sure. So, this one looks very, yeah, this one does look, it's a bit on the cheesy side, but I kind of like that about it. I kind of like that about it. I kind of dig it, honestly. It's like it's very like aggressively shiny and could be a little distracting, but I kind of like, I, I kind of dig it, honestly. Okay, but okay, these are completely different decorations though. I guess that means I'll have to review all of them. Infidel number two. I guess for Infidel number two, it's a bit distracting. It does look a little all cheesy and tacky, but I kind of dig it. So I don't know. It can be a little distracting. Like, like I could have done without this I could have maybe done without this whole biggest window for the title text. Maybe. I guess I would have made the text hard to read or whatever. Well, I'll give that like a B plus. What about Mensch Machine? How do you even and ooh. Ooh, I really like that though. It looks very clean. It looks very clean and elegant. I like these gears. I really like these gears in the title bar. They kind of they kind of give me nostalgia to like those like one of those like manuals that have like have like these symbols, like that kind of design. I really like that actually. I'm gonna and the buttons and these look really good. I'm gonna give that an A. What about model? What about model though? Okay, this one's going for something different. This one's kind of going for a different feel, sort of feel. It's like these blue, like this light blue with these like light blue gradient with these like white lines. I like that design. I like, oh, what did I just do? Okay, there. Yeah, I like that. It looks very good. I'd say that's also like a solid A. Okay, maybe I'll give this an A. Actually, I'll give Mensch Machine. Mensch Machine will be an A plus, and Model will be an A. What about KDE 1? Let's take it back to the classics. KDE 1. So it, nice. Eh, Hmm. You know, that one looks pretty solid. You know, it definitely does look like an old window. Like, definitely looks like old. So you so using this with like a modern theme could clash. This is very good for what it is, though. This is very good for what it is, though. So I think it's pretty good. It looks nice. I think it does the thing of the title text being in its own box. I think it does it better. Does it pretty well. And the buttons look nice as well. That's like a solid B tier. Now for KDE 2, ooh, this one looks pretty cool. I really like this. I really like these like little like almost like ridges on the like these ridges on like the what are you talking about? Gives it some like a nice texture, and the buttons look pretty nice. It's kind of I'd say like a solid A minus. What about K step? This one minimize. This one works kind of differently. Hmm. This one's pretty. This one's alright. This one's decent. I don't know though. This one's alright. I don't know. Doesn't really stand out a whole lot to me. I mean, it's got kind of a nice chiseled look. The buttons, it's well done and all. The buttons look nice next to the like title. The buttons are nicely integrated into like the design, but mm, it's a little on the simple side. So like B minus. Okay, about ceramic. I really loved. I mean, the widget style was one of my favorites. What about the and the look at the title and the title. You know this. This one looks really nice as well. Maybe the, maybe these buttons look a little offset. But this looks nice. The gradient looks really good. This this looks good. I'd say that's like a just like a solid A tier. Laptop, which is real good name for a real good name. This one kind of reminds me of what was that other one? This one's kind of similar to like KD2. I think they, I think I gave that one an A minus. And then, okay, this one has like more big buttons. This one's just kind of that, but like with big buttons. I'll just give that an A minus as well. What about modern system? Okay, that's okay. This one's also very similar to like the KDE2, but this time it's like lines and these little buttons. Well, I like how this is like facing diagonally down though. I think I, I think I liked the dots a little more. I feel like with the lines, it's a bit more noticeable that it like ends, that like ends. The endpoints of the lines are a bit more noticeable though. Hmm. Huh. Well, I'll say that that's a bit of a step down, but still nice. Uh, B tier. I don't know. It doesn't look nice. What about open look? Oh, that looks okay. That one looks kind of bad though. Oh God, that one looks pretty bad actually. Like this is like okay. This one looks really bad actually. Like the border, like the board. Like why did you, what like these these corners do not look very good. These corners look very tacked on. This is like, you know how I said some things look a bit tacky? Forget all those. This is like tacky to the extreme. Like, God, these corners feel so tacked on to the board. That's crazy. There's not much interesting going on in the title bar. This is the button. The button also feels tacked on. This this one's very graphic design's my passion. This one's gonna be like a D tier. This really doesn't look good. Like a D doesn't look good. Right. But what about plastic? The default? Yeah, so this one's the default one. It goes yeah, this one's okay. It tries to go for like a Windows XP style. Like this one goes for this one kind of goes for like a Windows XP. It's like clearly mimicking the Windows XP test title bar, but I don't think it's as good. I feel like it's mainly just the buttons look very dull. The title bar buttons look pretty dulled out. I don't know. It doesn't look quite as fun. So, but it's still decent. Like a B tier. Okay, quartz. Ooh, I really like this one. I really love this one actually. Quartz. I really love these squares right there. They kind of remind me of that like older version of Office, I think, with these squares transitioning. This is good. This is a good one. Pretty good, pretty damn good one. I'd say it's like an A tier. Now, Redmond. Yeah, this is just straight up the Windows 90. This is just the straight up the Windows Classic title bar. This is just straight up a recreation of it. And, it's good. You got the classic little buttons. I feel like the X is the X is a bit the X being a bit for okay, I see what they're doing. They grouped up the maximize and minimize together. The X does kind of look a bit strange for the X to be just slightly spaced out a bit more. It's fine, I guess. The ti- Maybe the title bar could have used a gradient though. I mean, can you do that? I think you can do that maybe. Can you do? I don't know. Like just as is, there it kind of lacks the gradient, but it's still a solid, like a B plus. System plus plus. Oh, that. Okay, the text. Okay, the text is very hard to read because it's a very similar color to the background. That's. I think you can change that though. Let's make it black and see if that helps. Yeah, that really helps a lot. Like, okay, I feel like that's a problem. I guess it's not really a problem with the theme itself, though. It's just kind of strange that you have to say it like that. But I think it gives like a good, what's like a color that would look nice, though. What's like a color that looks nice, though? It's like system, I think. System. Maybe let's try doing system. Oh, okay, then it kind of has that like, okay, I like this one. The system ceramic doesn't work too well. That's just a problem with the. That's more just a problem with the color scheme itself, though, not the theme. Let's just make it. Let's give it more. Let's make it more gray and see if that helps. Maybe a bit more gray. Yeah, that looks better. That looks way better. I like these lines. I really like these lines, and the buns look nice. You know, oh, just like a solid B tier. We have a final one. It's web. Final one is web. And I see what this one's going for. I really like this one. It's kind of web. This one's kind of going for that like more like how do I put it? Like what does this remind me of? Like that more digital feel? Like like the rounded corner, like that kind of like it goes for like kind of like a futuristic kind of feel. I like this. I like that though. That's gonna be like a this one's gonna be like a solid A minus. I like it. Kind of reminds me of like something from the DS. It kind of reminds me of like something from like the DS era. I don't know what. Maybe like the something from like the browser, or was it like I'm not sure what it reminds me of actually. All right, so that's all the windows decorations. So I think what were my favorites? I mean, the glow was pretty. My favorites, my favorite this mensch machine one was really good. And I'd say overall the ceramic one's good as well. I'll say and quartz. Those were my favorites. Those were the favorites. There were quartz, ceramic, and this bench machine one. Those are the favorites. Yeah, overall, I'd say it's a decent selection of themes. Yeah, yeah. All right, bye.